Hi guys, welcome back. So you can see I'm going to be doing a hair tutorial today. This is obviously the before. So I'm going to be using the Beauty Works products. Actually, just let me take this off. I feel like this kind of ruins the whole glam vibe I'm going to go for. So yeah, I'm going to be using the Beauty Works products. So recently I've been using their hair extensions in the shade Bohemian Blonde because my hair, obviously after lockdown and whatnot, it got darker and I've kind of changed up the color a bit. So Bohemian Blonde is the color that matches my hair at the moment. So I'm using the double set because I have a lot of hair, 18-inch clip-ins, like pretty decent spot on match if you ask me. This is actually really good for traveling. Kind of a side note, but I'm really actually impressed with this. So good for like keeping the hair extensions like not free, just putting them back in here. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be doing a wavy hair look using their waving wand as well. So I have not tried this. I'm excited to actually use it. What I did notice, I do have their curlers. Their barrels are really long, so when you're using extensions or using this with extensions, it's perfect because you can wrap all the hair around, which is actually a little detail that I love. And you can also change the temperature on them as well, so you can keep it lower if you want less damage, or you can put up really high if you're in a rush and you want to style your hair quickly. So this waver comes in this little package here with a glove because obviously they heat up pretty hot and you need to protect your hands. And then I also have a heat protectant spray and is this argan oil? Yes, the argan serum for your hair as well. And then lastly, the wide tooth comb. So my hair is kind of damp still at the moment, so what I'm going to do is spray in some of the heat protectant spray. I'm getting straight into this video if you haven't noticed, just because my hair is already damaged enough through heat styling and bleaching, as you can imagine, over many years. It smells so nice. It has lemon, I think, in it. So lemon juice and keratin. And keratin is a protein that's naturally in your hair, so it helps to strengthen weakened hair. So I'm spraying this literally all over and especially around my hairline, the front bits, because they're the bits that are pretty damaged. Okay, so after I've sprayed it all in, I'm just going to brush through my hair and make sure it's kind of evenly coated throughout my hair. And I kind of want my hair to be quite voluminous and big, so usually my hair has a lot of natural volume to it, so when I blow dry it, I actually blow dry and with the hair dryer facing down, and that kind of gets rid of some volume. But because I want my hair to be quite big today, I'm just in the mood to be kind of more glamorous. I even put eyelashes on for the first time in God only knows how long. I have like full coverage makeup on as well. So I'm actually going to blow dry my hair upside down. So anyone who has fine hair or likes to have more volume in their hair because they don't have it naturally, if you blow dry your hair upside down, you get way more lift at the root and way more volume. So I'm gonna go do that and then come back when my hair is dry. Now you can see why I don't always blow dry my hair upside down, because what the hell is this? But yeah, at least we have the volume that we wanted and that we need for this kind of look. I also forgot to say you can use this in wet or dry hair, which is really handy because obviously heat protection is so key to keeping your hair on your head and making sure that it doesn't just damage and fall out. So the fact you can use this in dry hair as well, and it doesn't have like a tacky or sticky feeling to it, because some heat protectant sprays feel so horrible in the hair and they actually affect how your hair kind of moves and feels after you use them. This is really nice and light, so really love this. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is straighten my hair. So you don't have to do this step obviously if your hair is not naturally frizzy. I just, as you can see, get a lot of frizz when I dry my hair, or even if it dries naturally. My hair is just frizzy basically, so I like to just straighten it out first to kind of get rid of the frizz, and that way when I do my hair it's not as like bushy and I'm more kind of styled. So I'm going to do that really quick because I'm pretty sure everyone knows how to straighten their hair as well. Okay, so now that our hair is straightened and all the frizz is out, you can see the difference that made, and it literally just took me 2 minutes. The next step before I actually style it with the waver, oh hello, I'm going to clip in the hair extensions. So obviously you want to make sure the hair extensions are clipped in before any style that you're doing, so it all looks cohesive instead of styling them like by themselves off your head and then clipping them in. It just doesn't kind of blend as well as it could. So what I like to do is, in this set you get 2 4-clip wefts, then you get 2 3-clip wefts, and lastly you get 2 1-clip wefts. So these little ones here, which are perfect for the size of your hair. So I start by sectioning my hair from the bottom up, just because it's by far the easiest way to do it. So I like to take it down as low as possible, which I'll show now. If I turn around you can see that's literally how low. It's probably not straight, but I'm kind of lazy. You can try keep it straight with like the end of a comb if you want, or like with the makeup brush or something, but I just do it blindly and it works for me. So keep the top section out, and then because I'm starting with the bottom first, obviously this section is not as wide as the top of my hair, so use the 3-clip here, and I literally go like this, hopefully you guys can see. I've done this in plenty of videos before, but just in case it's your first time watching, you can back comb your hair as well, but I find you don't really need to with these. They kind of stay in pretty well. And the reason why I go down so low is because my own hair is quite blunt, so if I just clip them up higher, then you'll see all of the shorter hair here like this underneath, and you'll see the kind of difference between hair extensions and my natural hair. So then I take about like 2 centimeters to an inch up from that section and do the same thing again. Again, I'm going to go in with the 3 clip weft, and you can see that's like blending in really well. This is actually a fresh new set, so it's probably a little bit shinier than my own hair, which I need to work on my own hair. But yeah, the color and the length and everything works perfect. This is the 18 inch, which I actually find is the perfect length for me. So next, because this next section is actually quite wide, so it's going literally from the corner of my head here all the way around to the side of my head here, I'm going to take the 4 clips, and that reaches all around to each side. Okay, so the last 4 clip weft here. I wish my own hair was this shiny. Then when I let my hair down, depending where I parted, I kind of play it by ear and just clip in the last 2 pieces depending on where I need the most hair to fill. So first I decided, which way am I going to part my hair today? Decisions. I bring these, you can see here's my actual hair here, and here's all the extensions, so I kind of want to fill in this little gap here so it doesn't look like it's not my natural hair. So I literally pick up a little piece and I kind of do it diagonal. Then when it falls forward and you see more of the hair and kind of fills in more of the space. Okay, so that is the full set clipped in. When you see them like this, you kind of want to keep your hair straight, but no, we're going to wave it. So when I start to style it, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I just find sectioning your hair makes it so much easier, especially if you're wearing hair extensions and you have a lot of hair going on. It just cuts the time down and makes it so much easier for yourself. So you can kind of clip these pieces or use a bobbin or whatever you want, just to keep this section from like mixing with this side here on the back. And then same with this piece here, I literally just clip it up out of the way and then can clip it back down really easily instead of using a bobbin. I find the clips easier for working on the smaller sections as opposed to using a bobbin for the smaller sections, and then I use a bobbin for the bigger sections. Hopefully that makes sense. And then when you're taking pieces, you want to take them like about an inch of hair, so about that size. Obviously the smaller the pieces, the wavier it's going to be. The bigger the pieces, the looser the style is going to be. Okay, so what I do is I bring it around the back and I always wrap my hair away from my face. So on the other side I'll do it the opposite direction. I just prefer that look. If you want a kind of more lived in, beachy, natural waves, you can actually alternate the direction of the hair. But if you want it to kind of blend in and look softer, then you want to make sure you're waving it or styling it in the same direction. So I hold it for about 10 seconds in place, and that's usually enough. So when I drop it out, I just grab it with my hand, let it cool down a little bit. By letting the hair cool down in the kind of style, it helps it hold longer because it like sets. I mean, this part is probably pretty self-explanatory, but I just thought I'd talk through it in case it's your first time watching a hair tutorial like this, or if you've never used a wand or anything like that. Same again, let it drop into my hand and catch it and hold it for a few seconds. Okay, so taking down the top bit and doing the exact same thing again. So basically now you're just repeating the same step throughout your whole head. So I'm going to finish this section and then show you how I do the opposite side, just if you want to see the kind of technique to styling it away from your face on that section. Okay, so now we're on to the opposite section of our hair, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm basically halving this little section and then clipping it out of the way, just because I find it easier to work with smaller sections. And basically we're going to do the exact same thing. So just to kind of show you on this side, this is how I hold it, and wrapping it away from my face like this, and then letting it drop into my hand and holding it for a few seconds. I would recommend wearing the glove, just because even when you're holding your hair here, it is actually quite hot. So if it's your first time using a tool like this, you can definitely harm yourself if you're not careful. I've kind of been using tools for years now, so I feel kind of confident not to use it, but I would suggest using the glove. And then you can see the difference. This side is going out this way, this side is going out this way. So I'm going to continue doing the same thing throughout my head and kind of speed this bit up because I'm pretty sure you understand how to do it now. And then I'll come back on just to do the front bits, because I know a lot of people find the front bits a little bit difficult as well. Just before I move on to the next section, I am just going to mention, as I finish this bottom section, I put it all back and then take a little bobbin and just tie it all together, so when I let down the next bit of my hair, it doesn't all mix together. So I can make sure I have all the styled and unstyled pieces all separate. Okay, so I think I might have been using it slightly not wrong, but just probably not the way that it's intended to be used at the bottom section of my hair, because I just kind of realized as I'm wrapping it, I was kind of wrapping it really tight together like this because I'm used to trying to like squash all the hair onto a barrel. But actually, if you like use the full length of the barrel and keep it kind of separated, it kind of is like more wavy and less tight and more of the kind of look that I was going for. So just a little heads up. And then see the way it kind of is like a little bit looser. So yeah, learn from my mistakes, guys. Okay, so I finished curling basically all my hair bar the very front bit, so the fringe bit. I know it looks kind of mental now, but I haven't even brushed through it yet, so I'm keeping it really wavy and kind of big for the moment. And then for these front bits, I basically do it the exact same, but I just thought I'd show in case anyone finds these bits kind of hard. So I'm going to take a bigger piece because obviously these pieces are shorter, so I'm going to take it kind of thicker. And what I do is I don't wrap it round for it as long because I don't want it to be too intense or too curly. And again, just really lightly wrap it around, and I don't keep it in for as long. Okay, so you can keep it like this if you want. I don't want to keep it like this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the comb and brush through. The comb is kind of essential because it breaks up the style, or it like loosens the style without breaking it up, if that makes sense, and just kind of softens the look so it's not as intense. And I just keep basically brushing until I kind of have the desired effect. Okay, so I've kind of flipped my parting over just because it kind of gives it a bit more volume when you do that after you've kind of styled it, and I'm really liking the volume. So what I'm going to take next, now that I kind of have it like loosened out, sorry if you can hear noise, it's just obviously my other housemate. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, now that I have it kind of like loosened out as much as I want, I'm going to take the Beauty Works Argan Serum and then just put this throughout my hair as well. I'm going to focus this just kind of towards the like mid lengths and ends of my hair, because obviously it is like oily, so you don't want to put it like along your roots. Look how this smells. This reminds me of like something, I don't know what it is. Those little watermelon sweets that you used to get when you're away. You know those, like, I used to get them in Spain when I was younger. Oh my god. Ooh, it's the closest thing I'm going to get to a holiday this year. Oh my god, the shine that adds. Wow. And then after I do that, I'm just going to brush through it again just to kind of soften it out even a little bit more. And this part basically is just like playing with the hair until you get it sitting or like styled the way you like it. So this bit is kind of personal preference. You just keep going until you like the look. Hair is like an accessory really, isn't it? Like if you have a plain outfit on, you have your hair and your makeup done, you're good to go. So I'm going to change the top because I feel like this t-shirt is just doing this hair no justice. It just does not. Although... no, okay, I'm going to change it. Okay, so we changed tops, still pretty basic, but just a little bit less basic and kind of suits the style a bit more. So this is the hair look. Very big, very voluminous, kind of loving it, not gonna lie. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below what videos you'd like me to film, any other video suggestions you have. And yeah, that is it for me. Thank you guys for watching. That's it.